As you guys may or may not know, Alex Wassabi made a new video saying how KSI stole 50,000 from me. So this is a 14-minute long video, but we're just gonna go through the 10-minute mark to the 14-minute mark because the other part of the video doesn't really matter, because from that video is just watching the fight and having the reaction to the fight. So we don't have to say we don't need to say anything about that. So we have to skip to the 10-minute mark first. So we have to do that quickly.
Secondly, I was robbed! I don't know anything about boxing scoring, but Logan did really good for, I believe, most of the fight. KSI ended it with a bang. He went hard. He gave it everything he had. But at the beginning, I'm pretty sure like 65, 70%, Logan was on top. I mean, it's a draw. I'm not gonna argue that. But it was super close. But I was wrong, KSI, why?
You were not robbed. You clearly bet the money yourself. It's basically your own fault for betting $50,000 on the Jake Paul versus Logan Paul fight. Well, yeah, it wasn't really a win, but it was a draw. So, and you clearly put the bet on Logan Paul. So you didn't lose $50,000. You just didn't. You just put it in yourself, and then hoping for KSI to lose and Logan Paul to win. So you didn't lose 50,000. Don't accuse anyone of robbing 50,000 from you.
You're supposed to know that if it's a tie, you don't keep your money. You still lose.
I understand the point that you didn't know if it was a draw, you still lose your money, but before the fight started, you had to know these rules. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a teacher here or anything like that, but you had to mention it before. You had to at least know what the rules are for betting. It's not like I can just go to a betting website and then basically do everything without all the rules. You had to know it yourself. And if you didn't know it yourself and you were lazy to find it on the internet, go ask a friend who actually bet on something before. You needed to know the information before you actually put your money on the line.
I lost that. Cracker Jacks. Now for the interesting part. At the end of Jake's fight, he challenged Chris Brown. Then, in the post-interview, Deji said this.
You have anybody in mind? You want to fight Paul or Jake Paul again?
I would love to fight Jake Paul again. I would love to fight. I know Alex Wassabi said something that he wants to fight me. I would love to fight you.
See what I mean by I try to get out and they suck me back in?
Stop accusing Deji and KSI of sucking you back into drama. It's your own fault for wanting to fight KSI and then reacting back by saying now I'm mad in a video. Reacting to KSI, laughing in my face, now I'm mad. It's your own fault for making that and accusing that you're gonna beat down KSI in the second round. It's your own fault for doing that. So don't blame Deji and KSI for sucking you back into drama, because that's what happened at the beginning. So, and I'm pretty sure you had already intent of doing that. So they're not sucking you back in. Stop accusing of Deji and KSI doing that. Just stop.
Huge realization, and that realization is that I'm not a good bully. I'm really bad at being a bully. I'm not gonna lie. KSI and Logan and Jake and Deji, they are masters at being bullies. They're really good at making their opponents mad. They're good at stirring up drama, and they're good at that kind of entertainment. That's not me. I'm not saying they're bad guys. They're just really good at what they do.
I'm sorry, but you can't mention KSI and Deji in the same sentence as Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Jake Paul single-handedly accused FaZe Banks of assaulting his assistant. That's not bullying. That's not even at the point of bullying. That's at the point of slander. Jake Paul was slandering FaZe Banks of accusing his assistants with no evidence and no proof. So I'm pretty sure KSI and Deji never accused of slander to FaZe Banks or any other YouTuber, so I can't. You can't mention Deji and KSI in the same sentence as Logan Paul and Jake Paul and bullying. Jake Paul, Logan Paul did many things that has to relate to bullying that I can't even count with my own fingers on. So I'm sorry, but you're sucking on Jake and Logan's cock. Just shut up. Conclusion: Alex Wassabi, stop accusing KSI of stealing 50 grand from you. You clearly stated that you bet 50 grand yourself. There's not even proof that you actually did bet 50 grand, so you might be accusing KSI of nothing. And if you did bet 50 grand, you need to know the rules single-handedly before betting 50 grand. And you actually needed to know if you're still gonna lose 50 grand if there was gonna be a draw. Never mention KSI or Deji sucking you back into drama when you want to fight JJ, and when you reacted back to JJ by saying that you would beat KSI and KSI will be on the canvas by the second round. You made those videos a couple months back, and now Deji's clapping back to you by asking to fight you. Jake and Logan Paul are bigger bullies, and don't mention KSI and Deji of being bullies. I can mention on the screen right now of how Logan and Jake Paul are bullies. They did many bad things. So KSI didn't steal your money. You lost to yourself. Good night.
And if we ever step into that ring together, I guarantee by second round, you'll be face down on the canvas.